Luke, a big weekend for the stable for a reason in the Shepparton Cup off the 30 metres.
Yeah, it's probably 30 metres will make it a bit hard, Greg, but it's a good field, and hopefully just if he steps away and he can get a drag into the race, I'm sure he'll finish off well.
What's coming up for him before the Inter-Dominion heat?
If he goes well with Shepparton, we'll go to the Vic Cup and then on to the Hunter Cup, and then he can come home for the Inter-Dominion heat.
How's he been since Horsham?
Yeah, he seems good. We decided to not run him in the Bendigo Cup because he had a bit of a gut buster at Horsham. He pulled quite hard, so we just freshened him right up, and he seems to be bouncing back to his best, hopefully.
Flying Eyes are in the George Gaff?
Yeah, he didn't handle the track. He sort of didn't trot well on the turns there, and we elected to give him miss this week of racing with him as well, and just sort of freshen him. But his work's been really good, and from the good draw, hopefully he can run well.
Got a couple in at Menangle on Saturday night. Whiter shade of pale going around in the Wraith. She was disappointing last start. A little bit hot for her.
We think so, Greg. She was really impressive at the first two starts, and both nights she raced at Bathurst and Penrith it was quite nice and cool. And the other day when she raced here, it was really hot, and we think she just felt the heat a little bit. So, she seems to be acting well on herself this week. So hopefully she can bounce back to her best.
She an Oaks filly?
Oh, we'd like to think so, yeah.
Okay. What about makes every sense in the same race?
Yeah, we're really impressed with her first up. Like, she come from last racing Colts in 53, so her work's come right on from that race. I think if she'd have drawn handy, she probably would have started favourite, but from the bad draw, it's going to be hard, but she's a classy filly. I'm sure she'll run well. When
she steps up to the Oaks journey, she'll have no problems with that?
Yeah, we think she'll be an Oaks filly too.
Okay. And what about All Eyes on Us? He was impressive again last week. He looks like he's working into some really nice form at the right time.
Yeah, he went good, Greg, and it was nice for him to get that trip. He just got crossed for a little bit of gate speed early and sitting in behind the leader, and he just hit the line really well. So, he can have another run this week, and then it'd be nice to give him another 2 starts leading into the heats of the Chariots. It's
that time of year where you want your horses starting to fire on all cylinders with the big races coming along. Are you happy with how everything's rolling?
Yeah, they seem good. It's I think the hardest part's having the quality of horse to have in them. But we're lucky enough. I've got a few that we think will sort of measure up, especially like them Inter-Dominion days, like when the good races are on. So hopefully we've got a nice team in on the day. And
last question, Bling It On. He trialled today at Menangle from the stand, got away safely. What's the plans for him?
He'll run next week, Greg, here in an MO, and then he can have another run leading into the heats of the Chariots as well. He'll have a couple of runs here.
Good luck over the weekend.
Thanks, Greg.
Darren, Come On Frank's back in town, and he's going around in the 7th event at Menangle tomorrow night. What are you expecting?
Yeah, well, he should compete fairly well. Swapsuri Dombo, obviously the one to beat, and a couple of handy horses there as well. But he's travelling well. Slightly disappointing at his last run, but everyone's allowed one bad one.
He finished 7th in the South Australia Cup. That was the first time in 16 runs that he'd missed the top 2. So he's coming back to a track where he's performed well in the past.
Yeah, he worked extremely hard last week against the good horses in the Cup, and on this track we probably, we've got our options of whether we go forward or save him for that long last sprint, which he's got on the big track. So depending on the races, how we'll drive him.
How did he travel over?
Yeah, no problems at all. We've been here a week, and eaten up and worked well during the week, so no problems.
And what are you thinking? What races will you target? Obviously, you're here for the Inter-Dominion heat.
Yeah, we're here for the heat. Looks like we're taking on all the New Zealanders and everything. So we're realistic. We're probably out of our depth there, but it'd be great just to get a run on grand final day. Maybe in the Bohemian Crystal Free for All or something like that. It'd just be wonderful.
What about in race 2? Albert Jacker's going around. He's won 47 races in his career. One of the tracks he hasn't won at is Menangle. Can he bust that tomorrow?
Well, he ran second here last time and got beat by Come On Frank, so he's got him covered by about 2.5 hours. But he's 12 years old. He thinks he's 4, and he's won about 10 or 12 races since I've been here last, and he beat a fairly good field last week, so he'll be competitive. Realistically, he's an each way place chance, but he's here and he'll have a go.
As a 12-year-old, does he know? You're saying he is like he's 4, but in terms of keeping him going and ticking over, is there any issues with a 12-year-old?
No, I haven't been able to work him here because he's seen the track and he's just bolted on me. So I've had to borrow a jogger just to get him around quietly because he's that keen and willing to go. So he's you swear he wasn't 12, that's for sure.
How many horses have you brought over with you on the trip?
Just the 3, the 2 Saturday night and the one that was in Friday. Which who knows how it went.
Well, all the best of luck on Saturday night, and no doubt we'll be catching up with you on Trots TV while you're here in New South Wales.
Thanks for the time.
Gavin, race 7 on Saturday night. Pub Blitz is going around. Good to see him back in winning form last weekend.
Yeah, that's right, Greg. He went very well. He he surprised us a little. We weren't sure what to expect. We know how good he can go, and he showed what he can really do. Yeah.
He loves Menangle. If he was to perform well again this week, would the stable consider a chance at the Inter Dominion?
Oh, I think for sure. Yeah, I think that's the target now. He seems to love this track. He seems to pace better here and just seems to go a bit better here at Menangle, yeah.
Does he have to be driven a little bit differently on Saturday night compared to what you did last week because of the rise in grade?
Probably, I'd say so. You know, there's going to be a lot more early speed. So last week he just lobbed in the death and we were happy to sit there, but this week I'd say there'll be a lot more early speed, yeah.
What about in race number 5, the Wraith? You're driving Sally Fletcher. She's only had the one run back from a spell. She led up and she wasn't far away in a really quick time.
Yeah, I was happy with her. Like, they went 53.9, I think, and she was racing some really informed colts. It was a very strong field. And I was happy with her. And, you know, she probably has run her best races with a sit. So, but you've got to play it by ear and see what happens, yeah.
Will she benefit from that run? Did she need the run?
Oh, she did, but she was fairly close to the mark. But I'm sure with racing she'll get better. Yeah.
Do you think she'll measure up to the Oaks?
I think so. Yeah, I think she will. But you know, probably with a good run and that, like driven a bit quieter. Yeah.
What about in race 4? You're going to drive Grin for Miss. 3 runs back from a spell of all been really good.
Yeah. I was wrapped with her run last week. She did a heap of work and was still coming and. And, you know, it doesn't look an over-strong field, so I have to give her a good chance.
She really stepped up in the middle of last year. She really hit a stride.
She did. She did a really good job, and hopefully looking to get her running one of them better mares races, yeah.
What about in race 6, Gypsy Babe? She was placed first up at Menangle, but she made up plenty of ground late.
Yeah, she went good. They went 53. And yeah, she was right. I think she got beat less than a length, so... it's not a bad field, but drawn wide. But I think hopefully she's getting back to her good 3-year-old form.
And one I noticed going around in the last, race 8, number 4, Feel the Need. His video last week was super. Really good job behind All Eyes on Us. Yeah,
he did. He got on really good. He just ducked in out the straight, or he would have run second or third. But yeah, we've struck All Eyes on Us again. But 2300, hopefully, with a bit of speed on here, he'll be running home.
What's the best of your drives on Saturday night?
Oh, I'd probably say Grim for Miss, yeah.
Good luck.
Okay, thanks.
To Anton, the French trotter used to me. Where's he?
He's about 2 weeks from the trials, Greg. He trained here yesterday at Menangle and trained super. Real happy with him. So about 2 weeks from the trials, I think.
Tell us a little bit about him, because the times, 155 for 21.75. I think he's got 157 for the 3,000 metres, so he's obviously got loads of ability.
Yeah, he's a fast horse, actually. He's gate speed, you know, he's actually real fast out the gate, which is probably would be a great attribute to have here. You know, the times it's hard to compare because of the track difference, and Vincennes is a fast track, and so, you know, it's not, yeah, you don't want to get too carried away on the times, but he's obviously, yeah, he's a good horse.
He's raced in a Group 1 race, he's won Group 3 racing. What are you expecting when he does hit the racetrack?
Oh, we expect him to be ultra competitive. You know, we wouldn't have brought him or raced him otherwise. So yeah, no, he's a good horse. He's good. Obviously, he's a quality horse. He's got a great pedigree, and you know, hopefully, he can put it all together.
He's also carrying out some stud duties while he's here?
Yeah. I think he's got around 20 mares. So you know, he's been pretty busy. He goes about 3 times a week to serve the dummy, and yeah, no, he enjoys it. So all good.
How hard is it to have a stallion who's effectively serving and also trying to get him up for a race prep?
Yeah, it's a lot of work, obviously, taking him over and getting it done and all that sort of stuff. But he's actually really easy to handle. He just, you know, gets off the trailer, sees the mare, does his job, gets back on, comes home, has a swim, and that's his day. But you know, it's balancing it out. But it'd be a lot easier, obviously, if it was at home. But it's not that hard. It's not too bad.
Do you think that he can make the Great Southern Star? Is that too early for him?
No, that's the plan. He's fairly forward. He's probably a little more forward than I thought he would be. I think the breeding has helped him actually strip off a little bit of weight. So, yeah, I think I've got it penciled in for about the 6th to have a trial here, and then, you know, we'll see from there whether we have a start, then the Southern Star, or just go straight into it, you know, or another trial. So, after the 6th, we'll know more.
Did you know much about him when he was racing in France?
Yeah, I follow the racing there pretty closely, and the fact that I worked for Mr. Dubois and he's a Dubois horse. So I knew the horse, and when we seen that he was in the dispersal at the Badron Dubois sale, we sort of thought we'd go and have a look at him.
And I have seen him. He's quite a flashy horse. We're not going to miss him when he does hit the racetrack.
Yeah, he is. He's really flashy. He's a real good-looking horse, and like I said, he's got a great pedigree. I think in his first 4 dams, there's about 12 or 13 stallions. So, for pedigree-wise, he's unbelievable, yeah.
What about twice as much? Won the first here today at Menangle. What did you make of that?
Yeah, happy with him. It wasn't much of a race. There was just 3 horses in there, but Luke was happy enough to sit parked and said he'd done it fairly easy. Yeah, he said he had plenty left, and so it was probably a good first up. He's probably not wound right up, but we sort of not have to be yet, soon.
Plans for him? Where's he go next?
He'll maybe have one more start up here and then head to Melbourne for the heats of the Need for Speed.
Some exciting times coming up for you. All the best of luck.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you. Appreciate it.